20 years ago today, the Earth's atmosphere became a political issue with the discovery of the ozone hole over the Antarctic. These days, the issue is global warming, which is most obvious at the other end of the world, in the Arctic. From Alaska, Jerry Bowen for Eye on America.
America's spectacular last frontier, Alaska, is now Earth's hotspot.
I used to bring people to this spot to see the glacier. Now I bring people to this spot not to see the glacier. 9% of the sea level rise that is being experienced worldwide is because of Alaska melting glaciers.
But no place says baked Alaska like the Eskimo village of Shishmaref, a barrier island town of 600 on the state's west coast, where natives called Inupiat still survive on the salmon and seal they catch, and the ivory and bone carvings they sell to outsiders. Shishmaref has been the winter home of the Inupiat for 4,000 years and became their permanent home only after they adopted Western ways with permanent housing. But there's nothing permanent about the village now, with the sea swallowing up one home after another. That's because the protective sea ice that used to buffer the village against storms isn't as massive or long-lasting. The weather's too warm for too long, making the shoreline vulnerable to erosion, an average of 10 feet a year. The warmer climate has also made the storms more frequent and violent.
The worst storm that we've had in the past 10 years, in one area we lost 125 foot of ground.
125 feet of the island just
washed away in one storm in one day.
Now, what do people want to do?
They want to move, but we don't want to move to another city or anything, you know, because that we would lose our identity.
What the villagers want is to move as a whole. Power plant, new school, every house on the island. Estimated cost, $180 million. If Shishmaref gets its $180 million to relocate, it will move 10 miles across this lagoon and 2 miles to higher ground inland. But the problem won't be over. Scientists say there are 180 more native villages that need to be relocated before they are lost. The price will run into the billions just for Alaska's villages. What's it going to cost to save Miami and America's other coastal metropolitan areas if global warming forecasters are right and seas rise 3 to 20 feet by century's end?
Shishmaref demonstrates that the cost of not dealing with global warming can be greater than the cost of dealing with global warming.
The village has received $5 million to start the move, but Shishmaref's leaders doubt they'll get the full $180 million. Legislation has stalled, and the clock is running. In 15 years, it's estimated this island will be lost to the sea. In Shishmaref, Alaska, I'm Jerry Bowen for Eye on America.
And coming